Good.
The cat toes.
Cat camels, dude, they're so good. So good.
It's like every month or two, it's something new that you're just focusing on getting to that next level.
Because as you go through, right, certain progressions, your body will fail you because you haven't worked on the imbalances prior. So when you do start working on them, they don't have to compensate anymore, so something else that you're weak or deficient in begins to compensate. So like that's where all these random like nicks and dings keep popping up, right?
Yeah.
I fixed my hamstrings. Well, now my hip flexors are all jacked up. I fixed my hip flexors, and now it was my quad tip, and it was my calves. Dude, then it became my freaking feet. I just popped one of my bones in my feet back in. I literally felt it shift and move because I couldn't like, my left foot was like jacked up for a few weeks. Like every time I jump, walk, run, I could feel it, but like I just wasn't being a wuss about it. Literally, I took the ball and stuck it in the middle of them and just moved like that, and literally felt the bone just like ah. So now my feet don't hurt anymore. Like now, like I would literally, I've been rucking too, which does not help it, but it was aggravating the crap out of it. Like every morning, it hurt so bad just to like wake up and walk on it, but then, what's wrong, baby? But once I kind of got it moving, it felt better, but like I could still, just feel it. All right, let's go smash some weight.
I noticed something.
All right, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have a heavy clean and jerk session. There's nothing percentage-wise programmed, it's just build to a heavy single. Yesterday was snatches. We hit 250 for a single twice. I think that is 94% of my 1RM, 93%. So we're gonna try something around 90 to 95% today with the clean and jerk. So something over 300. Got no music. Got my wife here, my coworker Jared. Let's go toss some weights. Yeah. So as you saw in the kind of B-roll footage, beginning part of this episode, a little bit of my warm-up, getting the legs primed and going. A little bit of muscle stabilization with my shoulders. Yesterday I did the Fittest Experience workout 1 and 2. So my lats are a little bit more tight. So working on engagement, overhead positioning. Haven't touched a barbell yet or any weights. Simply the static stretching that you saw for my legs, the rolling on my foot, the stretch my wife helped me with, opening up my upper back, and then the priming of crossover symmetry. So not a huge warm-up. I do have my top on to help keep my body warm. I'll take that off once I start getting a little bit of a sweat going. Pre-workout wise, it is Megawatt from First Form. I had one fruit stick, which is 15 grams of carbs, some salt in here, creatine, and a little over 3-ish grams of beta-alanine. Oh yeah. So what we're doing here is we're getting the body primed and prepped to touch this barbell, to move well, just kind of getting a feel for how the weight's gonna sit, seeing what nicks and dings I have in my body. Like right now, my right shoulder a little bit more on the elbow, and my left shoulder more closer towards my trap are a little bit lit up, maybe from the handstand walk or wall balls yesterday. Could have been something too with how the cleans were positioned and sitting. But right now, it's just kind of, excuse me, feeling out the barbell, making sure my hips, my ankles are good, overhead positioning, stacking well as we are going pretty heavy. I probably will sip on the Ultraformance in between each of the lighter lifts, and then once I get up into the heavier stuff, not taking in much fluid, just trying to focus on the lifts and my rests all together. So right now what we're doing is firing up hamstrings. My legs are a little bit straighter, going kind of into like a little Jefferson curl here, opening up my lower back, my upper back, let my arms kind of dangle, pulling those scaps in. Then we're gonna go into a little SOTS press. Yep. Oh, some elbow flares, get the lats going, and then I'll probably do a little trap smash, where I sit the barbell on my trap, just let it kind of roam around between my shoulder and where my head connects to my neck. Well, my neck connects to my torso. Kind of just moving through. So what we're looking for here on the first few reps at 135 is a firm grip on the bar, pushing really well through the floor, getting the timing down between the pull, the turnover, and the catch. I want to be really strong there and not have the bar crash onto me, making sure everything's firing well. I can feel the beta alanine digesting and being used in my body. My body's feeling a little tingly. Caffeine is hitting. I started taking my pre-workout probably about 20 minutes prior to getting like legitimately warmed up, and about 30 minutes in is when we'll start hitting the mid percentage up weights. So anywhere above 70%, it'll be about a half hour from the initial pre-workout. So another indicator that I know that I'm ready for weight, because typically when I snatch or clean and jerk, I don't like to scale up fast before I feel actually like warm, primed, and ready. And with those two lifts at 135, everything's clicking well. It doesn't feel jagged or rigid or uncoordinated. Yesterday's snatch, I think I had to take 4 attempts at like 135 or 95 pounds before I really wanted to go up. But since we're feeling pretty good here, we're gonna make pretty big jumps pretty quickly, considering we're going for a very heavy lift. I don't want a lot of junk volume reps. So we're gonna be moving probably, 10 to 15 kilos or 20 to 35-ish pounds. And that's kind of the range we'll be making jumps. Clearly, as we get heavier, it'll be less and less. But for now, probably about 10 kilo, 9 kilo jumps. Good? Oh, yeah. Ooh! So that did not feel like the cleanest lift. Strength was there. Felt really weird coming out of the hole. Arms feel good. Not bad. I'm probably gonna hit that one more time just to feel good there before we go up to probably 275. That was 250 there. Yep. There we go. So much better. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's nice. Yep. Belt was a good choice. Let's get the 3 blues rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Ah! Shoot. Did not put my head through. My lights were going out. That bar punched me in the throat, and I was losing it. I was like, I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna give it another crack though. Clean felt really strong. Just punched me in the throat. Ugh. Mm-hmm. little bit, because the clean was right where it needed to be. So when I did the first clean, for whatever reason, again, I think it's because that elbow, it didn't get all the way through, so I was like this, fighting it. My 2 fingers they were underneath the bar instead of gripping it, so when I pushed up, I had to pop them. Hand was out of position. So into jerk, I was a little wobbly. That one, 2 hands through, more stable in the jerk, but like from the workout yesterday and my legs, from the rowing, I just didn't have I bobbled quite a bit. It was just muscle like fatigue, but that's why it's so important to have like a full hand grip when warming up, practicing, and then hitting heavier lifts, because like that full grip on the bar saved that whole lift. Otherwise, I would have totally missed it. Absolutely. All right, so that's the clean and jerk session. 315 pounds. It's about 96% of my 1 rep max at 325. I'm not going to go up. Yes, the train is in the station. The clean feels phenomenal. But with the shoulder fatigue that I've endured and what I have for the fittest experience with some snatching, burpees, and holding a 70-pound dumbbell for the goblet lunge, I'm not going to go. Of course, the focus right now is still strength training. But with the fittest experience qualifier, we're going to deviate a little bit to do more of that. But I'm pretty happy with a 95, 96% lift right now, considering my body weight is lower than when I hit the 325 clean and jerk. I do think I could probably get close to hitting 330 today if I absolutely had to in a competition mode, which is what I want. And we are trying to peak for November for Vector Games, get prepped for hopefully the fittest experience in January, and then right into the open quarterfinals and semifinals is the goal. So strength is the key. Hitting 95%, 96%, feeling that confident is pretty reassuring that the training's paying off. So thank you guys for watching this session. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, peace. Much love.